Here on The Colour of Country Life, we're speaking with Tom from the Bureau of Meteorology. Welcome, Tom.
Hello, Ricky.
Now, we've had a very interesting weather system come our way in South Australia. Just give us a quick look at what the weather's done in the last week or so, and then what's happening today in South Australia in particular.
Yeah, look, the major focus in the weather has probably been in the last sort of 24 to 48 hours or so, with a system developing over the west of the state in the form of an upper level low and a surface trough feature. That's combined with some moisture sort of coming in from the north, so some quite humid conditions and unstable conditions moving into the west of the state, and conducive to some heavy rainfall, quite unusual for this time of year. So just to quote a couple of the heaviest rainfall figures, in the 24 hours to 9 a.m. This morning, Friday morning there, so 78 millimetres recorded at Streaky Bay on the west coast there, 61.5 millimetres at a place called Commonwealth Hill Station, which is to the southwest of Coober Pedy, and 45 millimetres at Ceduna, so some very heavy rainfalls. And it looks like that band of showers, rain and thunderstorms is going to be moving only quite slowly eastwards over the next few days, so extending a little bit further over the Eyre Peninsula for the remainder of today. And then as we move into Saturday, it'll start to get into the sort of the mid-north York Peninsula sort of area, and the Flinders district as well as continuing further to the north there. And then later in the weekend, so for Sunday there, start to see that activity sort of moving into the more sort of central agricultural area, so through the Mount Lofty Ranges, mid-north, the remainder of the mid-north there, and then eventually getting into the southeastern districts as well. So pretty slow-moving sort of system. And next week, then there is another upper-level low sort of going to be developing over the Bight as well. Keep some shower activity going through the period of next week. Probably not going to be as significant or heavy as the stuff over the next few days, or the rainfall over the next few days, but nevertheless it'll keep some showers going through the week for a pretty large portion of the state, including the agricultural area there, Ricky.
Yeah, so is that going to dissipate once it's sort of finished? It's what it's doing in South Australia? Is there a chance it might spread across the border into Victoria?
I would say that the heavy rain looks like it is going to be sort of easing back because the low is going to be weakening out, but there will be some rainfall spreading into Victoria as well as we move into the probably the early to mid part of next week. But at this stage, the indications are that it won't be as heavy. Is
there any hail warnings in that at this point in time?
Look, we don't have any warnings for hail itself, but there are other warnings current. There is a flood watch current for the Flinders Ranges, the West Coast, Eyre Peninsula, and the northwest and northeast pastoral districts. And we also have a severe weather warning current for heavy rainfall over essentially the Eyre Peninsula area and parts of the pastoral districts. Also for agricultural reasons, we've got a downy mildew advice current as well for the Mount Lofty Ranges and the mid-north forecast districts as those humid and rainy conditions sort of start to extend into those areas over the next couple of days.
And that downy mildew not in the Riverland at this point in time?
Not at the moment, but there is probably a fairly good chance it will be extending into those eastern districts into the early part of next week as humidity and rainfall increase in those areas as well.
And so this is, just in general layman's terms, looks like tropical moisture has found its way down from the Gulf of Carpentaria or something like that?
From the north in general, yeah. I mean, we have actually had some quite high humidity levels over the north of South Australia for a few days now, so they are just extending further southwards from northern parts of Australia.
All right, well, Tom, thanks very much for that comprehensive wrap. Much appreciated, and we'll see what those rain gauges are telling us early next week. Thanks again for your input.
No worries, Ricky. See you later.